Dr. Sonu Ahluwalia is with us. Doctor?
Good morning,
Sonu,
Doc.
how are you?
Good, how are you?
Sonny boy, good to see you. Thank you for
Sonny
coming
boy.
in. Sonny boy. A couple of things to take on. I hope we have the time for this. You know the issue of marijuana is such a controversial issue now. A lot of people think it bestows some tremendous health benefits, or at least surcease from pain from people.
Right.
I don't think you argue with that, do you? No.
So we use it for intractable nausea and vomiting, where we don't have any other medicines for it. We use it for appetite stimulation in people who have chemo or who have AIDS, who don't feel hungry. We use it for glaucoma when the other medicines don't work, when the pressure is high in the eye. And we use it for pain control. These are the primary, when you give other medicines and it doesn't work, this seems to work really well. So those are the primary reasons why we prescribe marijuana.
So those things are all good?
Yes, those things are all good. But, I think people think that pot is better than cigarette smoking. I think that is a consideration that people, I don't smoke cigarettes, but I just smoke a little bit of marijuana.
Well, the answer would be yes, because if it's as bad as cigarette smoking, there are too many pluses to it compared to cigarette smoking.
Right, but what's important to realize is that it's as bad, if not worse, for your lung function.
Well, there's no tar in nicotine, but you also don't have a filter.
Yes, but there's carcinogens.
Right?
There's also
there's tar. There's tar.
Yeah,
right?
there's all that stuff.
In the pot, there's tar.
Yeah. So all of these things are there that cause cancer in your lung, but also decrease its function. So it's important to realize that it's not harmless to smoke it. But the good thing is now there are alternatives. So you can have the essence, you can have oils, you can have all sorts of different things, spirits that you can consume, cookies, so all sorts of different things that don't involve you smoking. So
if you're eating ganja brownies, the problem would be the sugar in the brownies?
No.
So is there any side effects to the things you just mentioned, the drops and the cookies, and since you're not smoking it?
All of it has side effects, so it's not harmless. These are hallucinogenic drugs. So, there's some a thought that psychological diseases like anxiety, schizophrenia, depression, these are all related to marijuana consumption. Now, we don't know if the people who have these diseases graduate towards using pot or if pot actually causes it. So we don't know if it's a causal effect or just that they happen to be together.
But doctor, every medicine that you prescribe, you can say that about.
Yes.
There's always a downside, there are always side effects, etc.
Yes. But the thing is, we only hear, oh, it's not that harmful. Oh, it's okay, you can use it. Yeah, use it for the right reasons. But I think you have to realize that, just as you said, everything that you consume that's medicinal also has a downside.
There's an idea too that it's natural, so that gives people comfort as well because it comes from the earth.
Yeah, so is coca.
Arsenic is natural.
That's true.
Arsenic is natural.
Yeah, exactly.
Exercise.
Yes.
We live in an exercise, fitness, craze society.
Yes.
At the same time, we live in an obese society. It's an interesting double bind. What time of day?
So, that's the question. Do I exercise in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening? So we have a circadian rhythm. That means that our body responds to light and other stimuli where we're awake and not awake. And our testosterone levels, cortisol levels, blood pressure, a lot of things vary with that. And what we've realized is that as we get into middle age, you start to have sleep problems, You don't sleep well enough, you wake up early, and then the rest of the day sort of drags. So what we found is that exercise actually helps with the circadian rhythm. And what we found in certain studies is that it's better to do it either in the morning or in the afternoon, not at night.
Not at night?
No, because it kind of resets your circadian rhythm.
Revs you up.
So when people go to the gym after work, this is not the ideal time.
Correct. So late afternoon is okay, but not before going to bed.
Is there a difference between morning and afternoon?
Yes. I think, the important thing to realize if you work out in the morning is that it's good to keep up your schedule, right? So you don't have other things that interfere. You can get to the gym in a predictable fashion. But your temperature is the lowest in the morning, so you really have to warm up to prevent injury. That's most important in the morning.
Aren't there more heart attacks in the morning?
There are, but because you're more susceptible as soon as you wake up because your blood pressure spikes.
So the worst thing you could do in the morning, for instance, is get up and walk into the pressure of a 3-hour television show.
For 20 years.
Yes. I feel like I'm lifting here. Come on.
You survived.
But while you're here, What do I
He's
do
got this
for
thing.
a rotator cuff? I
Yeah.
think it's from lifting the wrong way.
Just don't do that. Use the other arm.
Thank you very much.
It's the
Dr.
weather too.
Ahluwalia.
I think it's the rainy weather.
Yes, that's
Can make you
arthritis.
creaky.
Dr. Sonu Ahluwalia, are you off to India?
I'm off to India for a couple of weeks, but I will be back in the first week of
Have a
January.
good trip.
Dr. Oz, you do your shows there, right?
I do.
All right, thank you so much.
We'll see you when you get back.
Yeah.